Imagine a city pulsating with life, yet hidden beneath its bustling streets is a silent struggle. In the heart of urban India, a growing number of low-wage or unemployed individuals are grappling with a basic necessity: food. Today we delve into the shadows of urban hunger, which is a challenging problem that continues to grow with growing urbanization, shedding light on a reality that often goes unnoticed. Let us see the density of this problem. Rapid urbanization results in increased city populations, posing challenges in housing, employment, and access to nutritious food. Urban poverty often hinders access to a balanced diet due to low incomes and underemployment. Children, the elderly, and those with chronic illnesses face lasting consequences from insufficient nutrition during crucial development stages. Social and economic consequences. Persistent hunger contributes to a cycle of poverty, limiting educational attainment and economic opportunities. This, in turn, can perpetuate the cycle of food insecurity within communities. Is it only about access to food? Functioning under the assumption that the only requirement for food security is sufficient amount of calories ignores the crucial aspects of this problem. When we take into consideration the nutritional value of food, we find that nearly 40% of the world population cannot afford a consistently healthy diet.
Did the pandemic worsen the situation? The pandemic disrupted food supply chains in developing countries, causing price hikes. Increased transportation costs and economic uncertainties compounded the issue. Export restrictions worsened international food trade, impacting both exporters and importers. Higher prices strained urban households, hindering access to nutritious food, leading to food related deaths and sustainability challenges. What are the government policies in place? The food the Right to Food Act. This act seeks to provide subsidized food grains to approximately two-thirds of India's 1.33 billion population. It was signed into law on 10 September 2013, retroactive to 5 July 2013. Many schemes have also been set up by state governments. They focus on providing everyone subsidized food grains. This ensures that even the poorest of people have access to sufficient calories. This is a flowchart showing details about the food security. NGOs that are helping. The Robin Hood Army. The Robin Hood Army is a volunteer based NGO that works to get surplus food from restaurants to the less fortunate sections of the society in cities across India and 10 other countries. The organization functions on and propagates the basic ideology of self sustained communities across the city. That is, each locality or community within the city will contribute towards providing food to the needy through its local volunteers and restaurants. The RHA actively leverages social media to generate awareness and inspire new volunteers to join. It routinely launches social media campaigns on its special occasions or festivals.
The topic held by previous member. The solution existing are good, but they have lots of shortcomings and problem in it. First point, the food which is being donated by the NGOs do not have required nutrition. They only consist of easy to prepare items, as our motive is to provide a balanced nutrition diet. The second point, people do not have an option for the food being distributed to them. They are compelled to eat whatever being offered to them without their choice. Third, cultural and dietary preferences is the most important point which creates problem in distribution of the food. Some people have different food choices binded by their religion and culture. Some community can eat non-veg items, but some can't. This creates wastage of food and reduce effectiveness of the initiative. The third point, technological barrier. People who are poor are mostly unaware of the technology such as mobile apps, websites. Mostly they do not have access to it. The main problem is that there is difficulty in distributing food regularly. There is uncertainty among the poor whether can receive food or not, as food distribution is one time act for them. These problems is the existing solutions are need to be worked out. So our research is mostly based on eliminating these shortcomings and provide a better solution to counter urban things. Our research, we come to the solution in which we will provide an application that will allow people to collect leftover food items from domestic households, cafes, and restaurants. It solves problem locally and provides better way of avoiding food wastage. Basic idea working and application of our research. Collecting leftover food items from domestic household, restaurant, grocery stores, banquets, and distributing them by putting them up on an interface where you can select food item you wish to acquire. There will be informations provided to the customer where when it was manufactured, how it was stored, and when it is expected to expire, along with some dietary restrictions. The food will be provided at very low cost or even free of cost. This will also allow some underprivileged people to have choice in their food they consume. So not only they are fed, but they are and also practice eating with dignity. For example, someone with diabetes is not forced to consume the leftover sweet prasad she ate in a temple. A lactose intolerant person can now avoid food with dairy products in it.
The inspiration. Food delivery apps like Swiggy and Zomato have seen massive success with a tremendous user base. Our app will have a similar user interface. The interface of app will have similar to Zomato and Swiggy. A questionnaire will be filled by the donator of the food, which will contain questions such as when was this food item bought? In what conditions was it stored? What is the expected expiration date of the food item? Which of these common allergens does this food item contain? For packaged items, the list of allergens will be generated automatically by the application using database containing ingredient information of all the packaged food items in market. This will be visible to the person receiving the food item so they can choose accordingly. Grocery stores, banquet hosting, marriage celebrations, and other events, restaurants can become a regular customers when they donate leftovers at the end of every day. Similar to Robin Hood Army, this food is distributed in places where high number of at-risk people are found, that is, outside hospitals, in orphanages, old age homes, etc. Packaging can be provided by the donator, but we can also partner up with the companies that produce sustainable single use packaging. If the person who requires food is in the vicinity of the donator and is able to, they can directly pick up the food from them. Otherwise, the delivery services can be provided at the nominal cost. So, next we have what are the special features? App will also provide information about balanced diets and the importance of consuming local produce, etc., in an easy to understand way to educate people about nutrition. The app will also provide real time information about bhandaras and other mass food distribution events happening in a locality. Why is it expected to work? Two problem Twofold problem, convenient way to manage leftovers at home. Success of platforms like Swiggy and Zomato show that these models can work. Success of NGOs like RHA show that people have helping attitude to go out with of their way to crumb this problem. Endeavors to solve the problem locally to make communities self-sufficient. The platform fosters community engagement by connecting individuals, businesses, and local organizations in a shared effort to combat food waste and hunger. Collaborations with NGOs, charities, and local authorities strengthens the impact. Thank you.